crazy how it's taking like an obscene amount of fuel to get it started?
Yeah. Too? Dad, you've been recast.
Shit. I'm gonna need a bigger one.
So it comes with a cap that just got lost or something?
Or, I mean, there had to have been a cap on there. Oh, I found it. No, that's a damn walnut.
Oh, that's my good acorn. So there's squirrels living in it.
Oh, this is Elizabeth City, bud. Them are rats.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. So, it's been a couple of years, and a lot has happened. We've got kids, a new job that's real. I had to move all the way back to the East Coast, which I don't care for. So I'm about 1,000 miles away from Dad. And look here, it still exists. It's been sitting for about a year, so it doesn't idle or anything. And kind of worried about the cans of worms, but we're gonna start getting this put back together. Probably try and move towards some things that never got done, like switching the rear axles to match the bolt pattern for the Crown Vic front end, and maybe redoing the bed floor. And I'm out here in North Carolina now, and I made a friend who has a little farm, and he's starting a YouTube channel. The guy's a whiz with pretty much everything, especially ghetto old shit like this. So he's gonna help me try and get it right. And he's got his own project car that we'll give you a peek at. And if you want to check that out, you can hop over to his channel and watch what's going on over there. And he'll have like farm stuff too. We're actually on a little farm, pigs and chickens and cows and everything. So here we are, and let's just see how bad this thing has gotten sitting for about a year.
See what I mean?
Oh, she didn't like that.
Told you.
It doesn't even like it at idle.
Always been an issue. That's recover on its own?
Yeah, sounds a lot happier now.
Yeah.
I pulled out like 4 degrees. I don't know how it's gonna feel the top end, but that's a lot of spark to pull out. It was sitting at 10, now it's sitting at about 6. It does sound kind of wandery though.
Go for another spin?
Huh?
Does it need to go for another drive?
I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. It's idling good. Should cold start better now too. Like that. Covered on that time. I did bump the idle up a little bit. Seems to like that a little bit better. It's sitting like 900 out of gear, and it's sitting like not 800 in gear. I noticed in gear before it kind of was dipping down like that 500 range.
Well, you can roast them off if you'll help me put the new axles in.
The
bad part is those tires don't look bad.
Those are the ones that were on it when I bought the son of a bitch 6 years ago. Same as the one back here. These were on it when I bought it in 2014. Alright, so now we're done playing with the truck for a minute. We're gonna go check out what he's got over here in the barn. Oh shit!
You mean piece of shit? So we get this thing rolling. There's no technical reason why we couldn't have it running today. And I mean, I drove it in here, and it sat in my fucking way for 6 months.
Well, I can think of one.
I mean, they'll hold air.
It's got a fucking 3-inch rip in it. What are you talking about?
Hey, right on the park side. Where am I? There's a spacer. There's 2 spacers missing. Okay. 1.
All right, just for my viewers, who the fuck are you?
Me?
You're not my dad.
No.
And
I live halfway across the country from your dad, and I'm missing a wheel spacer. That's all you need to know.
what about, have you picked a name for your channel where everybody can come and watch this piece of shit? Have you picked a name for your channel yet?
Yeah,
All right, so check them out on Yeah No.
no. I'm not that clever, so I haven't followed anything. I'd really like to find my other wheel spacer.
That's what we're doing. Lining these lips off.
Well, I'm trying to find the one that I've already done.
This one's already done right here.
Fucking find it. Oh, that's it. So I'm missing one that hasn't been done. Yeah, so these are lug-centric wheels, and I ordered these. They were supposed to be lug-centric spacers. We talked about why I needed them before, so
Yeah.
I'll get to that bullshit again. But instead of sending these back to China in the middle of the virus and trying to get the right shit, I'm just going to cut these off and roll with it, because that's what John Wayne would do.
So remember, every time you say virus, you can't monetize that video. You can't talk about mass casualty events on a monetized video. Yeah, there you go. You could just name your channel Waco Virus Holocaust.
It's just gonna be a missing spacer. Chickens right now, so I bought up everything I could. So these will be hitting the pasture probably in about a week.
You feed them to cows?
No, I do pastured poultry. Pastured poultry.
What's that mean?
It means they live their life on grass and
doing
out in the
whatever the hell they
wild
want.
and doing what chickens like to do. Those hoop houses that I'm building up there, that's where they live. I've done some free range, but I can't like keep them where I want them and keep them from shitting on all my tools. So they're gonna live in hoop houses, get moved every day to fresh grass.
What makes the dark ones different?
So these over here at Cornish Crosses, they're meat birds. In about 6 weeks, they'll be 8 pounds apiece.
These are the ones that
Purdue uses, basically, yeah. But I don't raise mine with, hormones and antibiotics and bullshit. These have never had any medication, nothing. Those are laying birds. Those are leghorns and Easter eggers, the ones that lay like the blue-green eggs and all that.
Yeah.
And what those guys are going to be doing is my sweet eggmobile that I built. You haven't seen this
No, let's check this out.
Yet. Remember the trailer that was sitting back here before?
Yeah.
So I emptied it out, found a bunch of cool shit that I didn't know was in it, like come-alongs and tools, and I got this trailer. It's like an old 50s Chevy's pickup bed that somebody turned into a trailer, and I got it with a tractor that I bought years ago, and it's just sat in there. I've never even looked at it. So this will get pulled around the pasture, and the egg birds will live in this. And basically what you do is you keep them about 4 days behind the cows, and as like the fly larvae and stuff build up in the cow shit, the chickens come through, spread the manure, and eat all the bugs. And then you just keep rotating them around with the cattle just behind them. But yeah, this thing is pretty terrifying. Every corner of it is tetanus.
Yeah.
So access. And then my favorite part, and watch these corners because it's the razor blades. I had an old file cabinet and cut the back of it out. That's my nesting boxes now.
Yeah.
Super ghetto.
Yep, this is the kind of stuff you need on your YouTube channel for sure.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've done all kinds of stupid shit.
Is this your Russian?
That's the rad Russian, man. Plaid.
So now, how many hours of work is your Eggmobile?
That?
Yeah.
Like maybe 6. And it cost me $80. There's guys on YouTube that build these big extravagant like hoop houses and scissor houses and all this stuff. Like, yeah, this cost me X amount of dollars. And, I did all these weeks and weeks of research and design. I put mine out of scrap sheet metal in my old trailer.
I got a filing cabinet.
Yeah, I had one. I didn't need it. Dude, I've got to find this real quick. So the same thing I'm doing with the chickens where they're going to be on pasture. This group of piglets right here, I'm actually going to build what I'm going to call a squealer skid. And it's going to be probably 10 foot wide and probably 20 foot long. And I'll be able to back it up right here, let them into it, and they'll be caged in like a 10 by 20 cage. And then I'll be able to move them around pasture also. And move them every day so they just eat grass and they don't rut up all the land and everything. So it's going to be really cool. Everything's going to be kind of like grass fed, organic, non-GMO, all that bullshit.
Do they like living in this, like, or is this just because it rained like a son of a bitch last night?
Pigs can't sweat, so they need mud, something wet to keep them cool. So when it's not like this, I'll run a water hose in here and make sure they have a puddle. But I mean, they've just destroyed this. It's way, this area is way overloaded. But the good thing I guess is this is way better than like what confinement houses do, where you got 100 of them in an area this big living on concrete, just with misters on top of them, and just liquid poison flowing out of the bottom.
But whenever
this isn't great, but this is still infinitely better than anything you're gonna buy at Walmart.
But when it like rains like 10 inches like it did last night, they love it.
Yeah, they love this shit. And they can get out of the water if they need to. They got the shed. This pig over here can get in that barn, and that pig over there, that little house, the shanty that I built, it has a floor in it, so he can get up out of the water too.
He looks content.
Oh, he loves it. So these guys are 8 weeks old, 9 weeks old. In 6 months, 6-7 months, they'll be, but not even actually now, probably 4 or 5 months, they'll be about 200 pounds a piece, 250 pounds a piece.
Jeez.
And then in about 4 months, she'll have another litter. So I should have pretty continuous flow going now. One of these guys is going to be a breeder. So I can find him. He's going to actually be a breeding boar for another lady.
How do you pick that?
Well, it was easy in this litter because I only had one boar. But there's certain things you look for. These are registered Berkshires. So there's, a breed standard that you have to kind of comply to. If I had more options, we'd have more choices, but I only had one boar and the guy really needs it. These are hard to come by. It's hard to find registered stock. I think it's that. His ears are notched. It's that guy right there, the one on the end. He's the one that's going to be a boar. And the really fun thing is if you get a bunch of males and you're not keeping them for boars, you got to cut them off.
Ugh.
You would do that way before this point, though. At this point, it's just kind of cruel to do it. But when you do it when they're babies, it doesn't seem to faze them. Same with the cows. Quick cut and it's over with.
This one just had the puppies?
No, this is the dad. Yeah.
Gotcha.
She's inside. Most of the puppies are gone, man. I'm keeping one. I got counted into that. So then I was gonna lose that fight.